What's up, everybody? Dave P with the Cream here, and just having some thoughts this morning. And this really has to do with some business dealings that we have going on that I'm going to share with you on this live stream. But really, collaboration over competition is what's coming for me today. And I self-admittedly, am having this mindset of collaboration, but this is not how I've always been personally. When I was first getting started, especially in real estate and business, and heck, that was like 2005. Almost, I've been in the business actually for almost 20 years. It's crazy because I started when I was 23. I'm 40 now, and I've had a lot of ups and downs. Believe me, I haven't always been full time in real estate. That's when I started wholesaling, started driving around neighborhoods, finding vacant properties, contacting owners, and things like that. I've made it and lost it several times since 2005 personally. Um, but when I was first getting started, and really for years after that, I really carried a mindset of, worried about the competition. I was worried about, other people who were marketing for motivated sellers in my market. I was worried about other people I would see at the meetups and things like that. And um, really, what I'm realizing now at this point in my career is all of that thought about competition and being worried about other people, it stems from a scarcity mentality. It stems from deep rooted inner programming that there's not going to be enough at the end of the day. And that's something that we really can't control. It could be from the way that we're brought up. I know me personally, I was brought up the youngest of my family, and there was, I was kind of fighting for my spot at the dinner table a little bit, right? That comes from being the youngest in the family and kind of being the smallest kid, the youngest kid, and I think a lot of that, and then also my parents. My parents very much had the mentality of, quote, money doesn't grow on trees. I have distinct memories of my parents saying that, whenever I needed something new, like a new piece of equipment for ice hockey or something like that, they would say stuff like, oh, let me just go out to the money tree and chop a little off the tree. Like there was this weird connotation and this weird mentality towards money growing up. And that's actually, contributed to programming scarcity in my mindset. And when I was first getting started in real estate, I had a lot to prove. I had a chip on my shoulder. I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, but then when I was 18, right after high school, I had moved out to Phoenix, Arizona, and I was just working jobs. I was working construction job, and I had a sales job at night. I was working telemarketing at an old long distance phone company, MCI WorldCom. And what I was doing with every waking moment of my spare time is I was reading books about real estate, and I was reading books about sales and wealth and success, right? And since I was living in a new place, since I had moved across the country, I felt I had a lot to prove to my family. Like, it felt like I would be an utter failure if I had to move back, if I wasn't able to make it on my own. So I was committed to doing anything I possibly could to just making it so I didn't have to move back to my hometown, put my tail between my legs and lick my wounds, or, I just would have felt like an ultimate failure. So I was working two jobs and every waking moment learning about real estate and learning about wealth. And when I finally got into real estate, it was my side gig. And that's what I was doing is, driving around neighborhoods and finding vacant properties, tracking down owners. This was back in 2005. And that way of getting deals is still relevant today, which I find interesting, find great. Probably should be doing it more now, right? But I was doing that and I was going to the local real estate meetings and I looked at everybody as competition. I didn't even make friends with these people. I was just, it wasn't even that I was intimidated by other people. It was more so that I was angry. I was carrying an energy of, um, competition. I didn't want to be around these people. They were not friends. I didn't want to be friendly. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I made. And I carried that mentality for years. And I've been able to find a certain level of success in my real estate business. But that's the hard way. I'm here to let you know from where I'm sitting right now. of somebody who's completely open to doing deals with other people. I wish I could go back in time and change that mentality and it be more abundant to where I was willing to work with other people. I'm here to let you know. On our board right now, right out in the other room, we have numerous deals that we're closing every single month. And probably 30% of these deals are JV deals. These are coming from other people. This is money and revenue that's going to be created on our board that would not be there if we were not willing to work with other people. I'm here to let you know. Firsthand experience, everybody. You will make far more money by doing deals with other people than you will just trying to do everything on your own. There is when you really look at it on the grand scheme of things, how many real estate investors really truly are there compared to how many deals there are, right? I mean, you look at all the prospects and all the leads. For instance, Franklin County, where I live in Columbus, Ohio, how many residences are there? I don't know. Let's call it 1 million, right? There's 1 million potential deals that we could buy, and these are people who own a property, or there's 1 million potential addresses in Columbus, Ohio. How many real estate investors, people actually getting after it, are there out there, right? Maybe 100. I think 100 is an aggressive number. So it's literally like 0.001% of the potential deals that are out there are active people going after these deals. When you look at it like that, it is absolutely ridiculous to think that you can't work with these people. It's not competition at all. And sometimes you have a buyer. For instance, I just did a phone call today with somebody. He's not in the real estate business at all. He's in the energy business. He owns call centers and they do different energy things. I'm not actually sure, but he has a couple $1 million he wants to put into real estate. He's looking in a very specific part of Central Ohio where we live. And he said, hey, do you have any properties? And it's called Johnstown, Ohio, a smaller city. This is where I'm looking to buy. I don't have any properties right there right now. Now, yes, I am going to direct some marketing there. That's cool. I can get the cold callers working in that particular area. I could point some RVMs, obviously buy a data set for where I want to target. This is what we teach people how to do in our coaching I'm reverse engineering at this point, right? I have the buyer, and what I'm doing now is going out and hunting to fill this buyer's needs. But while I wait for this marketing to get pointed in that direction, I don't want to wait. This guy's got the $1 million, or he's probably got several $1 million. He's ready to go right now. So what I'm doing, first and foremost, is getting right into the social media, right into the local real estate groups. If you are not part of local real estate groups in your target markets, you definitely should. Facebook is a great place to join these groups, and start your own group. We've actually started our own group. There's over 8,000 people in there right now. I'm on there right now today. I'm saying, hey, I'm looking for properties in this area. Am I looking for properties there? No, I have a buyer though. And this buyer is essentially proprietary buyer to me. I don't know how many other people he's talked to, but he told me that today. Am I going to sit around and wait and let this marketing kick in? And it could be several weeks before I even start generating, quality leads in this market. No, I want to go right into the network and find something today. This person's hot to buy. I don't want to sit around and wait. And then he kind of maybe his business model changes, or guess more likely he's going to start buying properties in the target area that he wants to buy in. He's going to buy them from somebody else, somebody who has the deals. Why don't I get out there and find these people who have deals in this area and just make something on the deal, right? Even if I'm making 50% of the spread, right? If there's a wholesaler out there who has a property in this target market, I got the buyer. If we JV the deal, I'll take 50% of something rather than 0% of nothing, right? And that comes back to collaboration. And if I had the scarcity mentality where I was like, I want to do it all myself, I'm going to go out there and find these deals, it's just going to take too long. It's better. A quick nickel is better than a slow dime in business, right? And if I can help this buyer and if I can get them buying quickly, then we can kind of get them started in business. If I can provide them good deals, even if the deal didn't come from me, then it's going to kind of build momentum on their end. They probably have more money. I'm going to make money, and that's the bottom line. So That's just one example that came up for me today. I found a buyer, and the first thing I did was went right into the local Facebook groups, and I'm like, hey, I am ready to go. I have somebody ready to go in this area. Send me everything that you got. If I had a scarcity mentality, I would try to do it all of myself, all of my own. And who knows if I ever would even be able to produce a deal. But you know who is going to be successful is the person who takes immediate action and starts getting this buyer deals immediately. So probably by the end of the day, I'll have some stuff for this buyer to look at. It's going to meet their needs. I'm going to be able to make something, generate some profits. And that's the name of the game, everybody. So really, if you're feeling that there's competition, if you're, kind of despising your competition, if you're seeing other house buyers in your area and you're like, oh, I can't stand these people, try to flip your mindset and say, how can I collaborate with these people? I would build relationships with them, call them, find out, hey, what do you got? What are you buying? What are you selling? Are you looking to buy? Are you strictly wholesaling right now? Because sometimes I could vouch in our own business, sometimes we're in buy and hold mode, right? Sometimes like we have certain financing lined up and it's like, hey, we're looking to buy. So we'll stack up on properties and, we'll park a bunch of private money on deals. And then we're fixing these properties up. And while we're waiting for these properties to like refinance, if we're doing a BRRRR deal, excuse me, while we're waiting for these properties to kind of come to fruition, right? Maybe we're not buying, right? Or maybe we're wholesaling and selling. What I mean is the point I'm trying to make is we're all in these different phases and stages within our business. So it's good to reach out to other people in the real estate investing space in your local market instead of looking at them like competition and saying, hey, where are you at in your business? What are you currently selling? What are you currently buying? Do you have any buyers in certain areas? Maybe I have some inventory here. The collaboration mindset is one of abundance and not scarcity, and it's going to serve you in your real estate investing journey. We will be right here with you, everybody, on our own journey, and we can walk this path arm in arm. I look forward to continuing to hear from you. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. We try to get to every single comment we possibly can. And, get out there, have an abundant mindset. Let us know what markets that you're investing in. Heck, maybe even within our network right now, we have people that we could align you with. I'd love that opportunity. Stay Payerchin with the cream. Check us out online. You know where to find us. We'll see you on the next live stream.